We back to another video. Y'all missed me. I know I missed y'all too. Now I told y'all I got things to do and I actually meant it. This was supposed to be up out of here. And unfortunately, actually very fortunately, we changed our mind. That's right, you heard it. I changed my mind. I know I told y'all for a long time I'm gonna get rid of the ZX14, but I kinda lied. Now when it comes down to lying to you guys, I do that pretty often. Why? Because sometimes I'm just indecisive and I can't figure out what I want to do. However, if you've been following my TikTok and my Instagram, which means you would already know what I'm getting ready to say about the ZX14, we are keeping it. Yes, I know. Words I didn't think I would be saying right about now. And instead of getting rid of the ZX14, we're gonna get rid of the R6 back there. Now some of y'all really love the R6, and don't get me wrong, I understand completely. However, the thing about it is, we've got a plan. Now, like I said, if you've been following, you would know what that plan is, but we're gonna build a Biker Boy garage. Yes, you heard me right. The movie that happened a long time ago, that's kind of part of the reason I'm into riding bikes now, so I want to build a Biker Boy garage. Now, the thing about it is, if you heard me once and you heard me twice, and if you heard me twice, you heard me right. We are going to turn this into a BikerBoyz ZX14. If you remember the character named Smoke off of BikerBoyz, he had a Hayabusa that was kind of like a pinkish purplish, and it had like a design on it. Yeah, we're going to copy the design. However, we're not doing pink or purple because that's just not us. Now, I'll tell you what is us. Now, us is customization. We got to put our own twist to it. You guys don't know, but I was a car guy at one point. I've been a bike guy for 10 years, and every single vehicle that I have owned, I have put my own spin on. So, of course, I couldn't just copy Smoke's bike when I do this bike. I got to do this bike for me, and that involves it being unique. Now, if you have been following me on my socials, you know that I said that I was either between forged carbon or we were going to do black and silver. And you know, we're going to do the black and silver. Now, I got a few pieces that I have on my build list, and I have a few shops that I actually want to work with, because also, in addition to building the looks of this bike, we want to put some horsepower. Now, before you ask me what I mean by put some horsepower, I feel like you could already guess what I mean. And don't ask me why I'm walking away from my bike, because, well, I'm talking to you guys. It's intimate right now. So I'm looking at pushing around 220 to 230 horsepower. My goal is to see how much horsepower I can push off of all motor. And then I want to start doing things like maybe boring the motor out and making it 1500 cc's. That's right, we don't want a bike that just looks good. We do want a bike that looks good, but we don't want a bike that just looks good. We want one that also performs. I'm going to put a stretch on it. Unfortunately, some people hate stretches, but I don't care. I'm gonna put a stretch on it. I'm gonna get it lowered. We're gonna make it look amazing. We're gonna make it look one of one, and then we're gonna push 230 horsepower. I know I said 220, but now I'm looking at 230. So then now I guess the question is, that's only one bike. What do we do for our second bike? You said garage, Jay, you said garage. That's more than one bike. You have more than one bike now. What are you gonna do? Well, the R6 is going to be sold, like I mentioned before. However, we have an addition on the way. Now, I've said for a while now I want to add another bike to the garage, and well, I've kind of been misleading you guys. I've been telling you guys I'm thinking about what I'm going to do, but I already bought another bike. I just haven't gone and got it yet. It's all the way in Texas right now, and that's a hell of a drive. Now, I know your question may be, what could this mystery bike be? Well, again, BikerBoyz garage, and if we're gonna build Smoke's bike, guess what? We also gotta build Kid's bike. Now, before you ask me any questions, Kid's bike was a Gixxer 750. I told y'all I would never ride anything under a 1000 ever again, so we're just gonna go with the 2006 Gixxer 1000. That's right, y'all, you heard it first. I am going to be a Gixxer guy. I don't know what I'm thinking, but hey, I'm thinking it may be good for a series, it may be good for the channel, and it might just be good for my soul, you know what I mean? Burn rubber, not your soul. I just had to slip that in there one time, but yeah, it just might be good for me. Now, of course, this bike has to get the smoke treatment. This bike is obviously going to be a one of one when we get done with it. The Gixxer is going to get the yellow Kid treatment, and I just can't believe that we're in a position now to where we can do this. Now, you know what they say about being rich, right? Well, neither do I, because I'm not rich and nowhere even close to it. So that means that these bikes are going to take a minute to build. So as we get down to building these bikes, I want you guys to be patient with me, because it's going to take some time. I can't just come out of pocket and get it done in a month. This is going to be a process. We're going to walk through this journey together. But the purpose of this is, well, to fulfill that childhood dream of being a biker boy. So now we're gonna have the Biker Boy bikes. And from this point on, I want you guys to know that in every video, when we exit off, when it comes down to this series, we gotta say the phrase, burn rubber, not your soul. You gotta let it go. Remember, keep it AKA 1000. And guys, enjoy life, because you never know when it's gonna end. But while we here, we're gonna make a hell of a time out of it.